Hello, it's Miko Sound Possible. Miko's my name is Taffer16. Welcome back to another episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 207 and special Wednesday edition. I moved it to Wednesday this week just so I could cram in some more reaction videos at the end of last month, but starting this coming Sunday, I guess it'll be back on Sundays. But regardless of what day it is, let's go ahead and read some comments. Hey, just a heads up for the final episode of Derry Girls, the version that Netflix put out had a different song for the ending scene in the final episode of the first series. I remember when it came out on Netflix, there was a bit of backlash for using a different song to the original version on Channel 4. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure whatever that happened again later in the show. I'm not sure what version you have, but just letting you know. I definitely have the Netflix versions. And really, it's a question of this. Would you prefer the original music, or would you prefer good quality? Because I can probably get copies with the original music, but in really shitty quality. The embedded link thing works like a treat for me, so thank you and please keep using it. Well, you can actually use it for any Dailymotion video. Any Dailymotion video you're on, you just have to get in if you're on desktop where it says the link before /video, just put /embed and it takes you to the embedded player. Spike TV is still a thing in the UK, but now called 5 Spike, which is basically the comment summed up. What the comment summed up, it's channel 5. It shows old classics like A-Team, trucking shows, and Bellator MMA, even though most of that's on the BBC now, believe it or not. Really, Bellator MMA got on the BBC, huh? Good for them. They have usually a shitty MMA product, but good for them. Are you a fan of AEW? Oh yeah, I like most professional wrestling. I'm admittedly not as invested in AEW as I am in a WWE, just because I've been watching the WWE since 2008, but yeah, I still enjoy it. Get well soon to Rod Gilbert. Despite his angry, slightly unhinged stage persona, he's such a nice guy who struggles with extreme shyness. Seen him live, and he leaves mystery prizes for randomly selected ticket holders, but he tells people online to collect these at the box office, as he doesn't want anyone to feel embarrassed to be sitting in a certain seat, dreading having to be dragged up on stage. He had such a rough time over the last few years, been raising money for the Stroke Association, the Alzheimer's Society. He's now battling illness himself, but doing well and hoping to be back on the road soon. Check out his work experience series. I think you enjoy it. I might just. I'm glad to hear that he's a pretty good person. Yeah, I mean, stage 4 cancer is no joke. So yeah, I really hope he pulls through. Love this Gilbert. His best show, in my opinion, is definitely The Man with the Battenberg Tattoo. Absolutely brilliant. Probably my favorite stand-up show ever. Really hope you react to that class. I mean, I really enjoyed the mince pie one, so I say there's a pretty solid chance I'll do more of his stand-up in the future. You've seen a Rod on Taskmaster, but that was a long time ago. Oh yeah, I probably don't remember. The only thing I remember about Taskmaster is almost getting my channel deleted over to copyright strikes. I think Gordon Brittis genuinely wants to think the best in everyone and thinks he's genuinely helping people. Totally delusional, but sweet nonetheless. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's hard to hate him from my point of view, just because, yeah, he's an asshole, but he's completely oblivious. But that's the point. He's oblivious. I don't think anything he's doing nothing. In fact, I'm positive nothing he's doing or does comes with malice, you know? Like, he's not trying to be an asshole. He's not trying to ruin anybody's lives. He's not trying to accidentally murder people. That might end up being a result of his actions, but everything he's trying to do comes from a good place, even if it isn't. I think Dag from Garth Marenghi's Dark Place must be Vietnamese. It's the only explanation for that fought for my country and Nam remark. Yeah, or it was just a joke. I think that might be more likely. You know, Gladiators is coming back to UK in 2023 on the BBC. Yes, it did. I'm pretty excited for it. I wonder what the copyright's going to be like. Probably since it's a newer show, there's probably a low chance I can get it on YouTube. But when it comes out, whenever it does, I'll probably check out an episode. I am excited for it. Some of the future events are great at Gladiators. I never liked Joust or Suspension Bridge, but you have Pyramid, Gauntlet, and Poleaxe coming in the future, which are fantastic. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear they get better events, because I'll tell you what, don't get me wrong, I'm glad they decided to mix it up for Series 2 and add more events to do them in different order compared to Series 1, but like, aside from the Sky Bridge, they've all been terrible. Interesting about the guy from Gladiator saying WWE and its language was bad for kids, considering this was 93, 94, nowhere near as bad as 5 years later. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I mean, the company is PG now, but like in the early 90s, especially the 80s too, it was like PG, you know, like a lot more than it is now. I'm discovering Derry Girls along with you. It looks like the second series is stepping up a notch. That was great. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the show didn't take too long to hit its stride, in the first series, and there's been some clear character development, which seems to set up a pretty good second series. I guess we'll find out. I've been so excited for you to reach Ben Dorm episodes with Kenneth. Kenneth is the king of the show. He's freaking hilarious, and you're gonna love him. Well, that's good to hear. To be honest with you, he didn't really make much of an impression in the first episode. You got a good, you knew who he was and everything, good realization of who he was, but he didn't make too much of an impact. But I guess we'll see what he's got in store. Great reaction. I love the way no one questions why they're all at Ben Dorm on holiday at the same time every year. I imagine they just take holiday at the same time every year. I wonder where this copy of the Ben Dorm episode came from. All the music's been edited out and replaced with royalty-free songs. It's probably the DVD versions, if I'm being honest, considering the quality. Usually a lot of DVD versions of the show edit out copyright music, so it's probably that. People overhate the first series of Blackadder because it's not as good as the later ones. Personally, I still love it on its own. Thank you for not skipping it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, honestly. Like, if it's not as good as the other series, that's one thing. But some people told me it was bad, and I completely disagree with that. I enjoyed it a lot. Your reaction videos are great. You have an open mind and understand the presentation, which is calming and magnetic. Thanks for Ming Taff and for cranking Red Dwarf 2 men. One day you gotta do the first episode of Sharp, Sean Bean. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. And also, do you mean Sharp's rifles? Because that's on the list. That's like guaranteed happening. I can't tell you when, but it's happening. Anything with Brian Blessed as a winner? I agree, honestly. He seems hilarious, and I didn't mention it in the monthly plans, but I'd say there's a strong possibility that I do the Have I Got News For You episode with him this month. Not a guarantee, but I think it's a strong possibility. Yeah, in my opinion, there's no drop-off and outnumbered, just a natural change in dynamics, but definitely for the best. It's a good reflection of how the kids have grown up. Yeah, exactly. I don't get it. There's even still some people in the comments that I meant. It's like, oh, no, it's a drop-off. It's like, did you watch the fucking episodes that I did? Like, were you watching the show with me, or did you just comment that blindly? Because, like, I don't see how you could watch those episodes and honest to God think there was a drop-off. Like, there's no change. The kids got older. Like, that's it. So weird how YouTube never recommends your videos. It seems the only videos of mine that YouTube wants to recommend is Phoenix Nights. So enjoy Phoenix Nights, I guess. I wouldn't wait till Christmas to do the last episode outnumbered. It has barely any relevance to Christmas. Well, it's Boxing Day special, that's probably why, but I was going to, but now, as I mentioned during the monthly plans, I'm going to be doing the completing outnumbered this month. I'm just going to throw it in with Series 5. There may be a common denominator of people who told you that this season outnumbered was shit, and the people who told you that Still Game Season 7 was shit. Maybe. Guess we'll find out. The guy from Torchwood wasn't the guy who got hit by a car. He was his mate and tried to steal the eye and tried to force a motion. That's right. Okay, yeah. He was the asshole guy. We're talking about the guy who played Owen Hughes in Gavin Stacey, same actor. I recognized him, but I misplaced his role. I like watching Gavin Stacey. Me too. Are you still doing 2 episodes of Line of Duty a month? Well, like I said in the monthly plans, there will be more episodes of Line of Duty this month than there were last month. Take that however you will. Liz White was also in this Line of Duty episode. She played Annie in Life on Mars. Oh, really? I completely missed her then. She probably had a different hairstyle too. Word of advice, do not watch Series 2 Episode 1 of the Sarah Jane Adventures until you've seen Doctor Who Series 4 Episode 4 and 5. Well, as I mentioned, I'm doing the entire 4th series of Outnumbered of Doctor Who next month, so that won't be a problem. Alright, y'all, let's get into it for another episode of Reading Your Comments. The comments in this video were pulled from the following videos. Last week's episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 206. American Rex to Rod Gilbert, the award-winning Mince Pie. British Empire 9. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place 3. UK Gladiator Series 2-5. Dairy Girl 7. Benidorm 23. Complete first series of Blackadder. Outnumbered 29 and 30. Gavin and Stacey 15. Line of Duty 6. And the complete first series of the Sarah Jane Adventures. If you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Your Comments, there'll be a lot less videos than usual because I'm doing another one this Sunday. So it'll be this video. This video. The reaction video that comes out tomorrow. And the one that comes out Friday. And that's it. Yeah. This coming week episode of Reading Your Comments is actually going to be pretty short, I think, but if you want a chance to get your comment read in that potentially short episode of Reading Your Comments, those are the videos to comment on. So yeah, that is going to do it for me today, though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch, where I stream every single day, my second channel, free 16 views, my Twitter. If you want to follow me, hit my Patreon. If you want to support me on my daily motion, all things are in the video description down below, as well as the Twitch VODs channel and the community Reddit. Thank you to all my patrons who are currently named in the video description as well. For those who don't know, You can be a patron on me. You're gonna be a patron on me for as low as $1 and dishing your name down there. You also get access to reaction videos as well as reading your comments up to date early, sometimes more. All that being said, though, my name is Taffer16. This has been episode 207 of Reading Your Comments. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.